Oh, it's time for the show now, is it? Came on a minute early, I think. Good evening. This is the Voice of Harrisburg, and I'm trying to get the lights in tonight. Having lighting problems all over the place. Yes, welcome to the Voice of Harrisburg, and this is the 22nd of September, 2012, and I'm your host, Will Scoggins, and you tuned in for an hour or so of pulchritude and despair. And we got some pretty cool stuff that I picked up tonight, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just hear a little music I picked up last week. How about Ghosts and Strings? Let's find out the name of the song. And the song is Judgment Day. Ghosts and Strings. Okay, that was Ghost and Strings, song called Judgment Day. Oddly enough, if you believe the Mayan calendar, we only have about 3 months more to occupy this mortal coil. Everything should be wiped out on Friday, December 21st, 2012. 3 months more to live. 90 days. I don't know how many hours that is. About time to get your shit together. Get those debts paid up. How many of you people got to quit your jobs? I think you'll still have a job on Monday. And you still better get your Christmas presents out of the way. Your kids will be mad at you. But what if it really happens on Friday, December 21st? Kablooey! That's what Barney said in the episode. I just watched that episode on the Andy Griffith show. The one about the loaded goat. You know, the one where the goat ate the dynamite when the blasters were in town making the new underpass or whatever it was, and the goat went and ate the dynamite. And you know what happened? You know what was going to happen if he got too excited? It was going to be bluey. So maybe that's what's going to happen on December 21st. I have no way of knowing. Anyway, let's see. What do we have? We got interesting Uncle Bill's College of Knowledge tonight. We're starting that. Well, we always have College of Knowledge. I just never called it that. This is a very educational show, and you should make your kids stay up late and watch it, or you should at least make them watch it on Facebook. Hell, except for the 4-letter words, this is something you can show your kids. Except for the 4-letter words and my promises of a wet T-shirt. They keep telling me I can do that. I'm going to go out and find some hookers. I mean, some willing participants of young ladies who want to let me pour cold water on their shirts. I'm going to pour it on. I'll probably pour it on their backs or something. Anyway, let's see. We're going to learn tonight what Rebetika is. I didn't know what that was until a few minutes ago. So stay tuned, kids. You're going to get a lesson in what Rebetika is, and we'll learn all about it. It comes from Greece. If you didn't know, I hope everybody's tuned in tonight. What's the score now on the Georgia game? 68-3. It was 48-3 a minute ago. I kind of gave up watching it. No. I guess those guys that play for Vanderbilt, they always get the shit kicked out of them. But I guess they always say, I can't play football, but I'm going to be a thoracic surgeon. I'll make 10 times more than these fuckers will ever will. I can't play football. Anyway, alright. Let's have enough of that nasty talk. Let's see. What are we listening to now? 666 should be playing somewhere. We were going to play with them, the Ernest T. Bastards. We were going to play with them, but I don't know why we didn't play with them. Yeah, I know why we didn't play with them. Our rhythm section had to fix their jet skis, and they didn't want to come to practice. That's why. So anyway, here's what I think of that.
Hey, answer the phone. I know you some bitch is in there. I hate leaving recordings on your answer machine, but this shit is ridiculous. The next time you let that goddamn dog come over here and shit in my maters, I am personally gonna come over there and feed every one of you sons of bitches a shit and mater sandwich. Now, it might not get in your mouth, but it's gonna be in your hair and on your clothes and on your face. And it's going to take you 2 goddamn weeks with Q-tips clean that shit out of your ears. I spent $60 last month on Miracle Grow, and every one of my goddamn maters tastes like shit. Now, it's over with. It's ridiculous. No more. Don't let them.
You try to have sex with the right thing. You don't know the meaning of good faith. You are a
Okay, I'm back. That was 666. They're probably playing that song right now as we speak over in Jackson, South Carolina. Like I said, the Ernest T. Bastards were going to play tonight, but due to circumstances beyond our control, we weren't there. So sorry about that, Philip. Maybe we'll make it another time. If the world doesn't end on December 21st, maybe we'll play a Christmas party or something. So anyway, Rebetika. Maybe we can talk about that in just a minute. We need to speak about that. Anybody? Let's go to the chat room in just a minute and see if there's anybody in the chat room. Well, we need to mention. Well, let's put on some music, and I'll go to the chat room and see if there's anybody there. And let's hear from Carsey Blanton. She's just really I kind of like this song, and we've been together too long.
Saw you standing in a crowded room, and it's a long time later, but it's still too soon. And it's not like everything you did was wrong. Baby, I love you, but we stayed together too long. Baby, it was not bad, isn't like I take it back. You and I had quite a lot of fun, in fact. And it's not like anything went really wrong. Baby, I love you, but we stayed together too long. Now that it's all over and you're saving face, you say you wanna be my friend. Well, I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever have to see you again. Took my books back, records from the bedroom shelf. There was a small flat, now you got it to yourself. And I know that probably I did you wrong. Baby, I'm sorry, but we stayed together too long. Now that it's all over and you're saving face, you say you wanna be my friend. Well, I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever have to see you again. Oh, 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 no. Oh, 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 no. Oh, 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 it isn't my fault, we were never meant to be. It isn't your fault, I can tell you honestly. We knew it when we started, there was something wrong. Should've known better, but we stayed together too long. Now that it's all over and you're saving face, you say you wanna be my friend. Well, I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever have to see you again. I said I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever have to see you again.
Okay, that was Carsey Blanton with We've Been Together Too Long. Anyway, we need to talk about Rebetika. We're getting toward 20 minutes into the show, and we've only briefly mentioned it, and actually it's one of those things that I learned going to find something else, actually, on the way to... There used to be a column in the newspaper about that. Some guy always said... He always had this column about... He'd write about... He was going to learn about aquariums, and he ended up learning about assholes, or some shit. He always had this column. It ran in the Augusta newspaper. You know, he ended up, he was going to look up the word. He ended up looking up something about, tin cans, and he ended up finding out something about, you know, I don't know, space travel. So this is sort of one of those things where you start out looking at one thing. So anyway, what were you looking up anyway? I was looking up Frank Hutchison. And who the hell is Frank Hutchison anyway? Well, Frank Hutchison was a blues singer from Appalachia, and he didn't perform many songs or record many songs. I think between 1926 and 1929 he performed or waxed a few tracks, and I went looking on Free Music Archive for something by him, and I didn't find anything, but I found something else interesting, something called Rebetika, and you'll have to Google it to get more out of it, because I only made a few scarce notes. And I'm not really sure if it's just a musical style or just a lifestyle, or it sounds more like a lifestyle. I really don't know what to call it. But it originated in Greece in the early 20th century, and it was based on the way people lived. They had drugs, they had poverty, and they had little else. And music, drugs, and poverty was basically what they had. There's a compilation on the Free Music Archive, a whole compilation you can have for free, called the compilation is called "On a Steady Diet of Hash, Bread, and Salt," and of course hash not being the kind of hash we have with barbecue. And here's then apparently some people that have liked this style of music have gone back, and I guess it's on 70. You might find it on 78. It's probably in some of those 78s that yours truly threw out with Greek writing on them that he didn't know what it was. I've thrown some of those away, some of that goofy sounding stuff. If somebody told me what it was, I probably wouldn't have thrown it out. And I might have some of it left. I don't know. But of course, how do I know how to read Greek? But anyway, this is a band called Free Piece of Tape, and see if what the song is called. The song is called "Burning School." So this is Free Piece of Tape with a song called "Burning School." Well, that was it. Free piece of tape. Burning School. And that was off the Rebetika compilation called On a Steady Diet of Hash, Bread, and Salt. So download that from the Free Music Archive. If you need an album, go download it. You can download albums. You don't need to go buy anything. One thing I suggest you buy is a note. I mean, there's plenty of great stuff to buy, believe me. Bob Dylan's new album is out, of course. It's called Tempest. I have yet to hear it. I've heard the voice sounds battered, but of course the voice should sound battered. He's 71 years old, but he's got a new album out. Okay, that speaks volumes itself. They even could throw anything together at this point, make it work. I went back and I'm listening to one of the bootleg series. It's got outtakes from Love and Theft and a lot of that stuff. Live High Water for Charlie Patton. Live Lonesome Day Blues. It's incredible. I mean, I heard him on some of those tours. I heard it. Hold on a minute. We gotta listen to some music, and we'll talk about Bob in a minute. We'll listen to the Olivia Tremor Control.
All set.
Things come rushing out when you're in
Okay, that was the Olivia Tremor Control Sleepy Company, and yeah, we were waxing poetic about Bob's new album, and yeah, so I haven't heard it, but it got good reviews pretty much all the way around. I don't care what critics say, I don't give a shit, but anyway, there's a song on there about the Titanic, a pretty long song on there about the Titanic, and hence the album name is Tempest. We'll hear from another song about the Titanic called Titanic by who we listened to on that. We're listening to Michael Chapman and the Woodpiles about that off his album Natch 7. We'll hear that in a minute, but we were talking about Bob, about something about Bob. But anyway, it's, yeah. And Bob's, well, I don't know, Bob had, so Bob has a bad, people said to me, oh, I saw Bob and such and such, he was sucked. So, like, I saw him on this No Direction Home thing. He was in 66. He was exhausted. And he said, it was backstage, he was joking. He wasn't joking, he was being serious. It's when he was taking all them pills and stuff. He said, can't we get the other Bob Dylan to go out there? He said, I'm just tired. I'm worn out. Get the other Bob Dylan to go out there. So I mean, that he's done it at all. He's had some bad episodes. Justin Bieber won't be here in 5 years. The rest of these people now won't be around. That we even had Bob Dylan on this earth. Some of us be glad about it. We should be glad about it. He had some bad nights, and he put out some shitty records. Oh well, there's people putting out shitty records every day, and everybody's going. And I can name, and hey, 3 of them lived up the road, like 20 minutes from here. And they put out a shitty record, and everybody's going, it's the best stuff I ever heard. Everybody puts those people back on the short bus, and they lick the windows on the way home, And they got an amphitheater named after them already. Who cares? Those people in Columbia County have Ronald Reagan Drive. I live in Augusta, Georgia. We have fucking Eisenhower Drive, the last great Republican president in the United States. And the one before him, the last great one, was Lincoln. I'll rest my case. I'm proud to drive up and down Eisenhower Drive. When I go by Ronald Reagan Drive, I duck my head. I duck and cover. Okay, I'm ashamed of it. I ride down Eisenhower Drive, I'm like, yeah, this is great. When Ike was out there golfing, times were good. The last great Republican president, because Richard Nixon would have been the last great Republican president if he hadn't been so paranoid. But Ronald Reagan, not really. Okay, enough of that. Let's go listen to Michael Chapman and the Woodpiles, Titanic.
Well, it was midnight on the sea. Band played near my balcony. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. Yes, it was midnight on the sea. Band played near my balcony. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. When Titanic went and got it slow, the captain hollered all aboard. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. When Jack Johnson went and get on board, the captain said, we don't haul no coal. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. When it was midnight on the sea, band played near my balcony. Fairly struck that big iceberg. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. Titanic was a sinking down. See them lights, ropes all around. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. So it was midnight on the sea. The band played near my balcony. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. Yes, it was midnight on the sea. The band played near my balcony. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. About the chalky Brandon dance, the Eagle Rock. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. When the wind too got on land, crying, Lord, have mercy on my land. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. So it was midnight on the sea. The band played near my balcony. Fairly Titanic, fairly well. Yes, it was midnight on the sea. The band played near my balcony. Fairly Titanic, fairly well.
Okay, drunk, high, and hungry now. Near my God to thee. It was midnight on the sea, and the band played Near My God to Thee. That was Michael Chapman and the Woodpiles and their version of Titanic. And I would play Bob's, but Sony, Columbia, corporate doo-doo, da-da-da-da-da, they'd get mad at me and probably, make me write on the board like Bart Simpson or something. I will not, something. Play y'all's music without paying royalties or something. I'd have to do it on national TV like Bart Simpson every Sunday night. So anyway, that'd be on just like Bart Simpson writing down on the board. So anyway, I thought I would just play something we could. Anyway, that was Bob has a song called Tempest, which is something about the Titanic, and it's a long song, and I want to hear it, and I'm going to get his new album. I want to buy it on vinyl and put it on CD or something, but I got some more stuff off the Rebetika compilation, and that is called On a Steady Diet of Hash, Bread, and Salt. Woo-wee. Drunk, Crazy, and Naked. Drunk. Hey, that's, I heard that song. I heard, what's that song about the drive-by truckers? Oh God, man, I heard it on, Patterson gave me his tape a long time ago. Dead Drunk and Naked, yeah. Back when, I forgot who was doing it. I don't know if they did, I don't know if Adam's House Cat did it. I think maybe Adam's House Cat did it. He gave me a bunch of tapes one time. I still got them. Anyway, so much for that. I hope anyway, they're putting out more albums than I can keep up with. I need to get their stuff. I need to spend half my daily allowance of money on records. I don't have near enough stuff, but I'm getting a lot of stuff free. Working here at this job, I get free music. Anyway, let's see. We'll go back and hear. Let's hear Plus Plus from last week. We had them on. We played them last week. It's called "Oh Mary, What Have You Done?" Plus Plus. Okay, that was Plus Plus, Oh Mary, What Have You Done? And we have not heard from our sponsors tonight. They have been woefully silent. So anyway, let's hear from Jack's Horse Ranch in Ficklin, Georgia, next to the Ficklin Mall. And their motto is, if Jack helped you off a horse, would you help Jack off a horse?
The following is an advertisement for Jack's Horse Ranch, so pay attention. When I'm on my farm and I'm working on my horses, I'm always waiting for someone to come along and ride them. I love my horses. You know, when it comes down to... Shut up! Anyway, when it comes down to it, they're the most important things to me in my life. So why don't y'all come down to Jack's Horse Ranch now? We have free food, free beer, and god darn it, we even have free hookers if you want. I mean, we're not asking from us, we're just waiting to come down to my goddamn horse ranch. Come down to Jack's Horse Ranch, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Horse ranch, oh, shut up! I told you! You're ruining the whole...
Damn, here and shit in my maters. Come on. Hey, answer the phone. I know you some bitch is in there. I hate leaving recordings on your answer machine, but this...
Who keeps letting that guy in here? He won't shut up. I swear I swear. It's all the time now. I keep hearing it. I hear it shit in my sleep. That guy. Leaving messages all the damn time. I think I'm gonna have to be like the Mayberry Police Department. The Mayberry Police Department. I'm getting an unlisted number. You know, Ange, we ought to get an unlisted number. Anyway, let's see. Woohoo! What are we else? What are we else listening to? What are we else listening to? Well, I tell you what. You can unlearn guitar. You know that? Yeah, you can.
I know what to complain. I was feeling roused rain. I blew into sidewalks down in Street. I had a little bit of hop, skip, jump in my feet. I was in for the bank, gonna say thank you so. There was a moment when my heart decided to stop. Down the corner, I dropped like a stone. Oh, I started to moan. Oh, love felt like a massive weight was crushing my sternum. It reached the bank or ever tasted no bourbon. Oh, people just kept passing by like it was something they always see. Thought to myself, you stupid fool, why'd you move to Queens? Oh man, man, oh man. Then I whispered out the words ambulance. My neighbor stooped down and I thought I had a chance, and that motherfucker just lifted the wallet from my pants. And I sit here, my life is drifting away. I realize there's one thing, friends, that I get to say, and that is that life is a suck ball and shame. Suck ball and double suck ball and double suck ball and shame. Oh, you're born and die in a massive wave of pain. It's a suck ball and double suck ball and shame. Life. Suck ball, ball, suck and shame. Oh, every moment's just a humiliating game. fiddle diddle, zip zip dang dog. Flip it over one time, then throw it out the door. That sandwich, that sandwich, that sandwich, that sandwich of your love, baby. Oh yeah. So ball and shame, every moment's just another brief burning flame. Smells like someone threw a furry, hairy dog on flame. Oh Lord, Lord, I'll never sing in the suck, suck, suck ball chain. Seems like I've been laying here for a year or two, and my fingers and my toes turn blue. Oh man, I got no plan, no way to get improvement from this position. No one's coming to my aid. Man. Feels like this record's skipping even. Suck ball, suck ball and chain. You're born and you die, and everything's the same. Oh Lord, it's a suck ball and chain. Double suck, suck, double suck, 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 double fucking sucking game. Oh Lord, don't you know it's a suck ball and chain. Baby, 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 baby. Oh Rudy, you piece of shit. I thought you were gonna call, give me some help. You're probably taking that check of mine to the bank. Oh wait, I feel something next to my throbbing chest. That's the check I got. It's still tucked in my vest. Yeah, fuck you, Rudy. Suck ball and double, suck ball and double, suck ball and shame. Every moment of your life is a washing, humiliation, pain. Oh Lord, it's a double suck ball and dream. Police, I can feel my soul drifting up into the gentle bosom of the Lord. Oh.
Man, that's just a double suck ball and chain. That was You Can Unlearn Guitar. That's one of my favorite songs of where we are today. It's just a double suck ball and chain. Yeah. Check it out. Anyway, what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing? Yeah, we have animal fights over here. You hear the animal fights going on? Yeah. So, we're gonna have bum fights next week. Yeah. Sign up for that. Sign up. You can have to sign up for the premium channel for that shit. It's gonna be pay-per-view bum fights. Yeah. Bum fights next week on the Voice of Harrisburg. Yeah. Minnie the Moocher versus Larry in the wheelchair. Yeah. If you see Larry in the wheelchair, you tell him, "Fuck you, Larry." That's what my neighbor said. She said, if you see this guy in the wheelchair going up the street last week, she said, if you see Larry, you see that motherfucker Larry in the wheelchair, you say, "Larry, fuck you." That's just been going through my head. I don't know why. I ain't seen Larry though. just strikes me as funny. Anyway, we're going to go back to some more of this Rebetika stuff. On a steady diet of hash. Wow, bread and salt. Ooh-wee. Hash, man. Whoa. Some wicked stuff, hash. This is called, oddly enough, Hash Smuggler's Blues. Check that shit out. This is Plankton Watt. Plankton Watt. Hash Smuggler's Blues. Okay, that was Plankton what? Yeah, Plankton what? And the song was called Hash Smuggler's Blues. That was our learning word for the week. We learned stuff we are learning on this show. Rebetika. Rebetika. So we all learned something new this week. At least I did. And you can Google it and spread it around. And you can go download this free album. I think it's a good album. It probably is. It's called On a Steady Diet of Hash, Bread, and Salt compilation. And it's dedicated to this style of music, I guess, from Greece. Originated in Greece in the early 20th century. I guess it was pressed on 78s. I guess it was in the 20s and 30s maybe. And maybe I've had some of that stuff in my collection. I don't know. It's in Greek. I don't know what it is. You know, I might have had it. I might have it. I don't know. I've had some. I've seen some in thrift stores. You know, I might grab some next time I'm out. Who knows if it is? But anyway, we're going to hear a song by the Crevelators. We're going to close that up. We heard from, we talked about Bob Dylan's new album, Tempest. He totally doesn't need little old me to promote it. He's got Sony Columbia, big shit, big deal to do that. We had Cat Fight, Dog Fight. We'll have Bum Fight pay-per-view next week. We talked about the last great Republican president, Dwight Eisenhower. And the other great one, the one before that was Teddy Roosevelt, and the one before that was Lincoln. And there's been damn few since then. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? That's it. We're going to be here next week, I think. We've got 90 days to the end of the world, if you believe Mayan calendars. My friend just says it'll just start over. The 5,000 year cycle will just start over. Makes sense. So, anyway, I think we're gonna have two songs, because I always have to close out with a Roger McGuinn song. Here we're gonna hear the Crevelators, because I think a lot of people that I know, especially those people over in Carolina at Philip Baldy's party, and some other people I know in Athens. There are probably a lot of you who may be listening, maybe dig this song tomorrow. This is the Crevelators, and the song's called Hungover.
Last night, I think I had too much to drink. I threw out my troubles with the kitchen sink. I try my best to wash them down the drain, but I can see them rising up again. Hungover, over and over again. Every morning, it's just the same. My head hurts, throbbing with this pain, as I'm hung over and over again, as I'm hung over and over again. I'm falling off that wagon, 'cause the road was a little rough. Just can't seem to get enough, and I swore I'd never drink again. But then I saw her standing next to him. On my knees I fall into the ground. So adios, won't be seeing you around. Hungover, over and over again. Every morning it's just the same. My head hurts, throbbing with this pain, as I'm hung over and over again, as I'm hung over and over again. I'm falling off that wagon,
Okay, that was the Curbulators, and y'all are going to be hungover in the morning. Hate it for you. But anyway, that's what you do. Going to close out with Roger McGuinn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep.
Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Well, if I could, I surely would stand on the rock where Moses stood. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. For one of these morns about 12 o'clock, this old world is gonna reel and rock. And Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned.
Okay, this has been the Voice of Harrisburg for the week of September the 22nd, 2012. And thank you for listening, and good night.